going on, guys? This is the Arctic Winter here, and today we're going to do something a little different than normal. Last time I was with my buddy XTorn0, we played some LittleBigPlanet3 campaign, some story mode, and I thought to myself, well, we played some story mode, but why not do something more than just story mode? If you guys don't know, LittleBigPlanet3 is more of a game of creation, more than just a sandbox game where you create levels and you can share them on a community and everything. And it's really cool. It's got a lot of different technical aspects to it that you can create or use to create some really interesting levels. And one of those things are adventures. As you can see right here, you can have about 15 levels in each adventure, and it pertains, or it's supposed to simulate an adventure pretty much. All the levels are connected to each other, and you go from one level to another. It feels like an adventure, rather than just sticking a bunch of levels in one crater and using a level link to actually move between them, or something like that. I've never actually posted one before, and one of the main things that people have troubles with when creating a really good level in LittleBigPlanet3 are cutscenes. And I thought today I might share some of my so-called wisdom, I guess, on this little topic here. So what better way to teach than to actually give an example? So you guys might not know, I have mentioned this in the previous LittleBigPlanet3 episode, but I am currently writing a novel, and I decided to make that novel into an adventure here on map here on LittleBigPlanet3. So I don't know, I didn't know how it was gonna go. So far it's going okay. Like I said, cutscenes can be pretty difficult depending on how complex you make them, but let's go ahead and take a look at this one, see what it's about. I'm going to go ahead and play the cutscene, and then I'm going to go into creative mode, and then I'm going to kind of show you guys the steps on how I did it. So here we go. There you go. So far there's no voice acting in these cutscenes and levels yet. I might add that later, I'm not sure. Yeah. It's still not a finished product. Like this part here, it looks pretty bland, but it'll look a lot better once I finish it. Okay, so that was about it. At this point, if it was actually inside an adventure thing, then I would actually be able to kind of link this level with other ones. So let's see how I did it. So first of all, to start this is a cutscene level, by the way. This is not a normal level, this is a cutscene level. The first thing you need is a timer, and what this timer is going to do is that once the level starts, the player never spawns, because it's a cutscene, never spawns. So this timer right here will start when the level starts, or when the level loads, and it will begin this little sequencer right here. So as you can see, this sequencer is kind of your main board of things, and this is where you're gonna place everything. It looks a little daunting, I'm not gonna lie, but once you know what everything does, it's not too difficult to understand. So let's start. First of all, what you're going to need are these little movie cameras. If you're going to do cutscenes, you're going to need these little movie cameras. Game cameras aren't going to work. You're going to need movie cameras, since, you know, they're for cutscenes. So as you can see here, I kind of had these two movie cameras right next to each other, like so. They're overlapping on the sequencer, and that just means I'm giving this much time transition between the two. So you can see on the first movie camera, I have it there on the bottom. And the second one is going to go up here. And I have a transition set between them. It's going to take about 5 seconds to transition. Here on the sequencer, you can see down here that I put it in 5 seconds per strip. So each strip is 5 seconds. So how many are there? 1, 2, 13, 14. About 14 and a half strips. 75 seconds? Around there. So 75, 80 seconds around there of cutscene. So these movie cameras will kind of flip through and kind of give you some transition. See, this is a very long transition because I just want to kind of sweep across from one place to the other very slowly. And this is the last little cutscene right here. This is a pretty short one, so not too much gone into going into it. So this is kind of just my sound effects here, and I have the giant footstep sound when she opens her eyes for a little dramatic effect or something like that. So that's kind of all the sounds that I have here. So if you want to add sounds, and you have ones with this little asterisk on the side. I don't know if you can see right there. There's an asterisk. Those mean that the sounds keep going. Whoops. That means the sound keeps going. It doesn't stop until you make it stop. At least on a sequencer, you make it stop. So right here, it's going to last for about 15 seconds. And this one will last about 20 seconds. So yeah, there's all the timing is here. I made it so it's 5 seconds per strip because everything's kind of moving slowly, not too fast. But you can change this to 1 second, or if you need something very fast paced, you can even go into half a second or a quarter of a second or something like that. Make them even shorter. If you want to make, animations, you could do that. An animation where 0.1 second per strip, each strip is like a frame or something. I don't know. Just some ideas going around, floating around my head. Anyways, these are important. These are the animations. So as you can see here, first I should probably talk about the stage here. So I have 3 instances of stages. This is the beginning where you see her kind of lying down a little bit. So there's nothing on her right now except anti-gravity so she doesn't fall down. And this little animation loop, which is like the bored look. It's made her look bored, kind of like this. And it makes her look like she's kind of laying down. Not when she does that though. Then over here, we have this. Now this one is a little bit more interesting. So this one we only have anti-gravity. So anti-gravity, and she kind of needs to be inside of this floor because of the way the her animations are. So we have this little animation right here where it's blink. As you can see right here, I have the rotation set so it looks like she's laying down. And when you're going through animations, there's this little thing over here called animation start, animation end. And I put 0.11 seconds in this particular spot because it looks like her eyes are closed. So I kind of have it there. And then it goes into this little one right here where it's blink still and her eyes are wide open. I got it from 0.11 seconds to 0.26 seconds. I actually might change that. I don't know, but we'll see. So I guess I did that so it looks like your eyes are opening just like that. And then we have this little thing over here. So these right here are kind of just, the subtitles and everything. So I have this set to subtitle instead of bubble. So if I had it to bubble, it'll look like someone's talking. But on subtitles, it's better for cutscenes because you can actually see it at the bottom. It's a lot easier when you have voice acting. Better than bubbles, I guess. But again, it's a preference. It's a preference. Over here are some more complicated animations. When you want to blend animations together, you put them together. And you could do manual blend. I did smooth automatic blend because why not? And then 0.18 seconds of blending. You'll have to tweak that on, you have to kind of experiment. I experimented a lot with this and I got a pretty decent result out of it, but still not satisfied. I don't know. Once I learn more about that, I might share my wisdom with you guys. But anyways, if you're wondering how I got the screen black, right here, global lighting is set directly to become pitch black, where the darkness is set all the way to the end there. And of course, 5 seconds, or not 5 seconds, 2.5 seconds of right here, 2.5 seconds of transition. Again, I could have made it smaller if I made maybe like 2 seconds per strip, but I don't know. I like it like this. I think we can keep it. But yeah, the problem with subtitles is that it doesn't exactly tell you who's talking. Like over here it says display actor name, and I put yes. Doesn't display it anyways, because that's how subtitles are. If it was a bubble, it would have displayed it, but that's unfortunate. So I kind of just put narrator, colon, and then whatever I wanted to put in, so you can actually see who's talking at the moment. But yeah, so again, when creating a cutscene, the sequencer is the one thing you will need if you want to create complex cutscenes. Actually, I should say. And of course, the environment and the lighting and everything is also important. Animations. You don't necessarily need animations if you're not making something too complicated, but for a cutscene like this, it's pretty important that you have it down pretty well. So that's about does it. If you guys want, I could give you some updates on this little map here, because I do plan to publish it to the LittleBigPlanet3 community. So I don't know, it depends on if you guys want to see it or not. I don't know, but we'll see. Oh, I should mention one more thing about the animations before I leave. Each of these Sackbot have an actor name assigned to them. Let's see if I can find it. Right here. And if I give the animations an actor name, then it will pertain to the Sackbot itself, and the animation sit on the sequencer, which is pretty cool. And that's why I have 2 of the same ones right here, because I have this Sackbot kind of waking up at the beginning of the cutscene, and then I have this one kind of like doing the second part of the cutscene where she's already up and she's looking around and everything. So again, it's kind of important too that you might have multiple stages of scenes, so you're not using the exact same Sackbot for everything. And if you're making more complex cutscenes, bigger cutscenes than this one, you might want to use the dynamic thermometer, which tutorials for a dynamic thermometer will be the next episode. So yeah, that about does it. So LittleBigPlanet3 kind of tutorials, guides, and maybe even some gameplay in general, where I do maybe like more of the campaign, or maybe some community levels perhaps. Might do them and kind of just have fun with it. Kind of hope you guys have fun with it too. And I might be doing that every Friday. In fact, I think I'll do it every Friday. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, go ahead and leave a like down below. And if you like me, you want to see more videos from me, go ahead and subscribe. Or you know, you don't have to if you don't want to. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.